Memory is the entirety of the field of the known. There is no memory of the unknown. It is the capture of details, correlations and patterns in what is perceived, and adapting the mind and behaviour accordingly in order to ensure survival. It is a 4-step process. Cognize, which is to see for the first time. Recognize, which is seeing for the second time. Storage and access or recall, which is bringing it into the present. In that sense, one's past only appears in this present moment. Worldly knowledge is only memory. One knows something because one remembers it. However, to know one's real self, one need not remember it. One knows it by being it. All there is life, or functioning, and the perception of that life or functioning. Humans have the tendency to create entities where none are needed or truly exist. It is all a construction project which started with the arrival of me. Hsin instructs you that all talk of persons and individualities is nothing more than the mind's diversion to try to impose order on what seems like disorder. To be, no past or future is required. These are only needed to be something in particular. There is a singular step in understanding. It is in giving up the false concept of I or me as a separate entity. Then there is no need for merging with the totality, because the notional boundary has been eliminated. It then becomes clear that it is foolish to talk about being one with that which you've truly never been separate from. The idea of oneness collapses in the absence of two-ness. Our perception of this is not a gradual affair. Apperception is like lightning, spontaneous and instantaneous. Do not speak to Hsin about ideas of yourself. Whose idea was it to limit yourself to time and space, to squeeze yourself into a body and into the duration of a lifetime? All self-descriptions are only ideas. You are not an idea. This delusion is almost universal. Clarity is rare. Yet there is hope, because the moment one perceives delusion, one is on the way toward clarity. Hsin's words are directed towards that in you which was present before the superimposition of you arrived. Any attempt to process his words via this you can at best bring limited results. Trust him when he tells you that this enlightenment that you are seeking wants to happen. It is seeking you as much, if not more, than you are seeking it. The only thing that needs to be done is to get out of your own way. Then knowing arises. At its simplest, this knowing is conscious of a who, but there certainly isn't a who that is conscious of the knowing. Superimpositions always need to be supported with stories, dramas, ideas, philosophy, because they cannot stand on their own. The knowingness which you are doesn't need any support. One strategy, when confronted with these words, is to change the subject. But within the context of Hsin's instruction, the subject never changes. The play has already been written. Absent, you're directly and persuasively communicating with the playwright. The idea of altering the script is another ego-based illusion. Understand that you are sitting in the audience, laughing or crying. To clarify further, the difference between life and your life is involvement. Personality is a tool. You use it when you need it. But at no time do you become it. Elimination is a key to life. In the absence of the process of elimination, the poisons accumulate and ultimately the body dies. What is realised also by the processes of elimination. Eliminate all that you think you know, all your beliefs, and you will find yourself face to face with truth. Within the context of anyone doing anything, that is what needs to be done. Your personal narrative is merely a representation. It allows for anchoring to something, in essence, to locate yourself. The mind does not create facts. It either describes them or distorts them. When the biases and distortions inherent in one's story are seen through, the story loses its power. You are here at this moment in time because of everything you have done before. You are here at this moment in time in spite of everything you have done before. You are here. That's all that matters. Can you simply stop and be here without concerning yourself with the question, what's next? When one asks, "Who am I?" and receives no answer, one fails to realize that no answer is the answer. If you are no thing in particular, what answer can you expect? To have a mind, you must be someone. See that both self and mind are not things. They are processes. Then ask, who experiences them? By steady and continuous investigation into the nature of these, they are resolved back into that to which they point back. The person is like the music produced by the instrument. A name is merely an address. What occupies the address is what is important. It is there like your shadow is there in daylight. Give it the same attention that you give to your shadow. When you are alive and conscious, but no longer self-conscious, your days of personhood will have ended. Like the tartness in a lime or the sweetness of honey, the person is merely the quality or expression of the organism. The individual is really a series of interconnected processes working together that give the appearance of being a single, separated whole. Hsin instructs you here today that there are no activities of any individual. There is only the activity of the unmanifest as manifestation.